salutary is health. So salutogenesis is looking at what are the factors that induce health, produce health and maintain health. Can you see the difference in approach? One is looking at pathology, what is causing the pathogenesis. Genesis means what are the factors giving rise to. So the whole concept of this integration is to move from pathogenesis to salutogenesis. You want to keep people healthy. It's not that you want to keep people sick, you want to keep people healthy. How can we keep people healthy? That is what we are looking at. And that is where yoga and other complementary therapies, they come in. Now the moment we say yoga therapy, many of you may be thinking it is just some exercise. Because you think yoga is just exercise, you forget that yoga is a change in lifestyle. One of the best lifestyle modifications that we have in the world today. And when you talk about the chronic non-communicable diseases like diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular illness, you will find that it is very important to change the lifestyle. And if you don't change your lifestyle, it doesn't matter how many medicines you take, how many surgeries you do, you are not going to be healthy. So we are focusing on health promotion. You are young people. Hopefully you are still healthy, physically, mentally, emotionally. Can we maintain that health? And if you are not healthy, how can we induce health in you? Because being healthy is an individual's decision. Nobody can do it for you. You have to decide, do I want to be healthy or not? Now, yoga therapy looks at yogic counseling, which is attitudes. What are the attitudes we are taking towards life? Dietary advice, lifestyle modification, breath body work, which we have done. All of you have already had us here to visit you for a few sessions. Breath body work, which is very important. Relaxation, meditation, chanting and mindfulness. But please understand, one of the most important is that change in attitude. If a patient is saying, I am happy being a patient, you don't believe me, right? There are many people who are happy being ill because they can get support, attention. And so if they stop being unhealthy, what will happen? They lose everything. So you have to change the attitude from an attitude of illness to an attitude of wellness. What is the difference between illness and wellness? One is I, one is we. It's an attitude of stopping to just focus on yourself. Only me, you end up with limitation. The moment you can expand that other people exist, the moment as an allopathic doctor, you expand to understand other systems exist. You become healthy, your patients become healthy. And inherent healing, who heals us? We heal ourselves. All that we are doing is creating the conditions for healing to occur. So we facilitate the inherent healing. And the last one, self-empowerment. You are giving the opportunity to the patient, the participant, to make decisions to be healthy. It is their decision. They can get up in the morning and they can do the technique. They can change the attitude. They can change the diet. You are empowering them rather than making them dependent on you. One of the major issues we have is we are dependent on somebody for our health. We do not have to be dependent on anyone for health. That is the message we are looking at. Now, how does yoga and modern medicine come together? One is that the WHO. Who is WHO? World Health Organization. Now in the definition of health, they talk about spiritual health. Are you aware of that? It's not just physical, it's not just mental, it's not just social, it's also spiritual. So that spiritual health, what is spiritual health? When I feel at ease with myself, when I feel at ease with other people, when I feel a sense of oneness. And that is what we are looking at developing. Now modern medicine, accidents, acute illness, emergencies, communicable diseases, it is very useful. But we have issues when it comes to the long-term lifestyle illnesses. Now, what does the scientific evidence indicate? That yoga has promotive, it is promoting health, it has preventive and maybe curative potential. Now, I hesitate to use the word cure very much. Can any of you give me an example of few diseases we cure? A few diseases we cure? No. Does this work or not? Any disease we cure? I once had an MBBS student argue with me, why do we need yoga? We don't need to do yoga. We don't need yoga. We can cure everything. In Jipmer, an MBBS student argued with me, like you, she was just in her first year. And I said, very nice. I said, what diseases do we cure? She said, diabetes, hypertension. Now, I just want to ask you, do we actually cure diabetes? What are we doing? Managing and controlling. Please look at the word we use. Now you can say, okay, fine, we have cured polio. It is worth an attempt, because now we are publicizing that India is free of polio. So we can say, okay, maybe with some of the infectious diseases, by the antibiotics, by the vaccines, maybe we can cure, but again we don't know. Because again, tomorrow 10 people come from Pakistan to India, we don't know what may happen. We may have an outbreak, because you know Pakistan, Afghanistan is still not polio free. I hope you are aware of this. Don't just focus on your first MBBS syllabus. Think of the doctors you are going to be in the future. It is a safe, non-pharmacological therapy. Yoga therapy is in general safe if applied properly. Now again, if you don't do it properly and your patient does it by seeing a book or one of my videos on YouTube, maybe they will have a problem. But if you do it properly, you don't expect a patient to look at a video and learn how to do an appendectomy. You don't expect that. You expect they'll go to a doctor to have an appendectomy. But people think I can look at a book, I can look at a video and I can do my own yoga therapy. I can decide which practices are good for me. So again, we have to educate people that you need expert guidance. And again, as an effective lifestyle adjunct, because in yoga we look at lifestyle. What are you eating? What time do you get up in the morning? What type of exercise are you having? What type of attitudes are you choosing? All of these come as part of the yoga therapy. And the one advantage of bringing yoga along with modern medicine, because we are talking of integrative therapy, integrative health. The idea is, if you can bring yoga, what happens